Peace. What's the word, everybody? Give everybody a chance to tap in with the kid before we start building on the subject matter for the day, man. We going off today. I'm not gonna keep y'all that long, man. We got about 45 minutes to an hour, but we gotta do some going off, man. We just gotta address certain vibes out here, man. So we gonna do some venting, we gonna do some going off, we gonna do some checking, man. Checkmate, because we ain't got time for the nonsense that's out here. So again, we're gonna address it like a man is supposed to address it, and we're gonna keep it moving. But what's the word? How y'all living and feeling on this wonderful Monday? If y'all hear some construction in the background, don't mind that. They doing some construction next to the kid, but it's all good. We just gonna project that voice and we gonna get the message out there. But what's the word though? How we living, how we feeling? Magic Peace, what's happening? Snuggles Peace, what's the word? Lindell Peace, what's happening? Beast by Bless on out, Peace, what's the word? Snuggles right on, Peace. How we living, how we feeling? Like I said, if you hear stuff in the background, man, that's just the construction going on. Never mind that, but we still got some building to do. We still got some building to do. Eugene, Peace, what's happening? Big Smooth, Peace, what's the word? Y'all see the subject matter, man. We got grown men out here that specialize in hating. That's like they degree field out here. Like that's they major. They major in hating out here. You know, back then they used to call it PhD, player hater degree. But you know what I'm saying? You got dudes out here that specialize. They got a major in hating, and that's whacking. That's lame for a grown man to be around here just hating on another grown man or hating on women. Either way you slice it, that's lame, man. Because as men, we should be going out here producing, putting in work, making things happen, uplifting the community. Like if that's not your focus, then what are you on? If you trying to tear down, you trying to tear down your community. If you trying to tear down another man, another black man, and another black woman, like come on, man. You an agent. We don't trust you. You serve no purpose. Sportman, peace. What's happening? I don't trust a brother like that. You know what I'm saying? We supposed to be putting in work, uplifting and building the community, man. Building the community up. That's what we supposed to be doing. So if a brother is not doing that, and you contributing to the downfall by adding the negativity within the cipher, like man, you got to go. You an agent. Like I said, you're not to be trusted. Who does that? Who does that? Miss Donnie, peace. What's happening, Queen? What's the word? Who does that, man? Like who does that? Who sits around? Who sits around and thoroughly invest their time and energy in another man and woman, and then spew out hatred? Like, come on, man. That requires a lot of energy to be sitting around hating another man, hating another woman. That requires a lot of energy, man. So if you got time for that, man, then you're not progressing, man. You're not progressing in your life. You're going backwards, man. We don't have time for that. We gotta progress, man. We have gotta progress. When you look at the condition of black people, man, we got a long way to go, man. So if you not putting in work to help that progression, to speed up that progression, got to go. Jordy, hey, again, this I'm addressing grown men because there was a grown man hating. Listen, because that's the situation at hand. Again, that's we ain't doing an all lives matter joint. We already know that. That's by default. But specifically, men, we don't do that. We're not supposed to be gossiping. We just not supposed to be doing that. That's not supposed to be a characteristic of men, man. Like when we talk about gossiping, that's something that we associate with women. Again, that's what we tend to do, but we start to act like them though. So we gonna throw all the criticism their way in regards to gossiping. Oh, that's something that a woman do. That's something that a female does. Yeah, we doing it. So again, when I get word on the street that that's some stuff that's going down on my end towards me, I gotta address that. So again, I don't care what women shouldn't be doing. I'm talking about another man out there putting the wrong type of energy in the atmosphere, and I got word of it, and we gotta correct that. We gotta correct that. We gotta correct that, man. Should no grown man be getting up, especially on these platforms, doing that type of nonsense, man? Should no grown man be doing that, man? That's sick. Like I said, man, we got a lot of work that needs to be put in, and some of us are out here putting in the work. Like I said, man, I just left the gym, man. I'm responsible for increasing the health of my people, so I'm out here doing that. You know what I'm saying? So some of us are out here putting in work to try to uplift the community and try to correct a lot of errors that's within the community. You know what I'm saying? Some of us out here doing that, man. Some of us are out here trying to play our role in us reclaiming our glory, man. Some of us out here trying to do that. Some of us out here striving to do that, man. There's some of us that are legit out here trying to put in some work to correct the errors within the community. So again, I don't have time to be sitting around here hating on another man, hating on another woman. I ain't got time for that. And I wasn't raised that way. You know what I mean? Like I wasn't raised that way, man. As a man, I was raised to go put in work, man. Just hey, do what you need to do, handle your business. That's how I was raised. That's how I was raised. You know, and if you got a problem with another man, then you address that man behind closed doors, to his face, things like that. Like that's how I was raised. The wife is in the building. Y'all say peace to the wife. Lindell, exactly. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? Like we trying to listen, we fulfilling the purpose out here, man. We accomplishing goals, man. We knocking out objectives, man. We conquering obstacles. You know what I mean? We doing that type of stuff. That's the vibe that we on, man. That's the vibe that we on. If you're not on that vibe, you got to go. You got to go, man. You have got to go. You have got to get yourself right. You have got to get yourself together, man. But again, we got too many people out here spitting that type of energy, man. And that is ridiculous. It's trash and it's soft. Doreen, peace, what's happening? Chris, peace, what's the word? It's trash and it's soft. It is soft. It is lame and it is soft. You know, it's lame and soft. Again, grown man specializing in hating is lame and it is soft, especially when you're looking at the conditions of your people. If you're looking at the conditions of your people and that's what you choose to focus on, you see the condition of your people. You see that your people have a multitude of problems, and instead of you choosing to help them out, you choosing to hate on somebody that looks like you. A sick individual, man. Sick individual. That's a mental illness, man. You know what I'm saying? That's a mental illness. You are a sick individual. If you choose to overlook, like, oh man, my people struggling. You know what I'm saying? My people need a lot of help. But then I'm gonna overlook all of that and say, well, I'm gonna hate on this brother, or I'm gonna hate on this sister right here. I'm gonna do that instead of focusing on the aspects or focusing on the problems of my people and try to bring them solutions. And try bringing them solutions. Eugene, oh yeah, for sure. 100%. You know, 100%. You know, we don't, you know what I'm saying? And that's all that it is, man. It's almost like when you present your goals to somebody, man, and instead of them praising you, they hating on you, they jealous of you, they envious of you. It's because they don't have the discipline. You know, they don't have the discipline to eat right. They don't have the discipline to exercise each morning. You know, they don't have that discipline. Therefore, they're going to resort to hating on you, being envious of you, being jealous of you. Hey, Nas said it best. Hatred is confused admiration. You know what I mean? So like they secretly admire what you're doing. That's what Nas said, man. Hatred is confused admiration. That's what it is, you know. So when somebody taking out all that time and energy of their day to hate on you, man, that's some admiration on the low. They might not admit it on the surface. They might not admit it consciously, but that's what it is. It's admiration on the low. They admire what you do. They wish they could move how you move. They wish they could be you. You know what I mean? That's what it is. Confused admiration. They don't know what it is though, man. So that's why it's coming out in that form. So again, like I said, y'all, if y'all heard the construction in the background, man, don't mind that, man. Again, they putting in some work next to the kid, but again, we gonna get this off our chest though. Sportman, man, big part of the problem. Big part of the problem, man. And it's sad that we have to address this type of stuff, man, in 2022. Like, that's ridiculous that we have to continue to address this again. When you analyze the condition of black folk, when you analyze the condition of black men and black women, man, you see a lot of problems. So again, with that being said, I don't have time to be hating, man. Like, who has time for that, man? My people are out here unhealthy. That's where I gotta spend most of my time and energy, helping these people get healthy. Because that's a problem, man. Our people are miseducated. So I don't have time to be sitting over here hating on another sister, on another brother. Like, man, we got to educate our people. We got to correct these errors. We got to get them healthy. We got to teach them financial literacy. You know what I'm saying? And we wasting time. We wasting time because we would rather hate. We would rather pocket watch. We would rather do those type of things. That's the vibe. That's the vibe that we would rather be on. We would rather sell ourselves out and sell our people out instead of helping. That's what we would rather do. The real 100%. Always. You know? And again, hating should not be your purpose. You know what I mean? Like, hatred should not be your purpose. It just shouldn't be. You know what I mean? You can't be getting a PhD in hatred out here. Like, this is ridiculous, man. Like, we gotta simmer down with that, man. We gotta simmer down with that, man. Again, like, for real, we gotta simmer down with that nonsense, man. Because again, what y'all don't understand is listen, you gonna provoke the wrong person You know what I'm saying? Online. Like people get a little too tough online. And so we gotta chill out with all of that, man. Like some of us don't do all of this type of online back and forth. Like, no, like that stuff is dead. Like we don't do that. We don't have time for that. Jordy, hey, you know what I'm saying? Because again, it's confused admiration. They admire you on the low. They just don't know how to interpret those feelings. So it come out wrong. That's what it is. Young Peasy, peace, what's happening? Beast reincarnated, peace, what's the word? Mr. Keeler, peace, what's happening? Oh, Eugene, for sure. For sure. Like tearing down another brother, tearing down another sister, like that's not in my mix, man. That's not in my mix unless I'm offering you know what I'm saying? Solutions to a situation, man. If I legitimately, if it's constructive criticism, you know, and I see an error in their ways, and I'm adding my input in a positive manner, man, in a productive and efficient manner. It's a way to go about things like that. Beast reincarnated for sure, 100%. Big Smooth, exactly, man. Most people prefer that type of energy, man. Most people prefer that type of energy, man, and it's ridiculous. Avid, peace, what's happening? They prefer it, man. They prefer, like I said, man. Some of us, man, we putting in the work. We putting in the work to correct the errors, man. I'm like I said, I'm one of them, man. I get up every morning. I'm up at 4:15, 4:30 every morning, dedicated to get my people healthy, man, mentally and physically. You know, so we out here, we doing this, man. So again, why would you feel the need to direct any type of negative energy my way? You know what I mean? Because I'm out here, I'm dedicated to the cause. You know what I'm saying? Like I stopped working for these white folks, man, and started doing my own thing, man. 99% of my clientele is black. You know what I mean? So like I'm doing it. Like I ain't just out here talking about it. I'm actually doing it. I'm living it. You know, so y'all see me on YouTube, but then as soon as I get off YouTube, I go right to the business. I go right to helping my people get healthy. Like I'm out here putting in that type of work, man. Come on now. It's a lot of other folks that we could be criticizing. It's a whole other system that's striving to keep us oppressed that we could be criticizing. Come on, man. Come on. Young Peasy for sure. And that's a sad reality. You know what I'm saying? That's a sad reality, man. That's a sad reality. People like Boosie that talked about it, man. When you reach a certain level of success, you got to go. Because it's gonna be the people in your own city that hate on you the hardest and the most. You gotta watch them. You know, so if you come across a large sum of money, man, if your name ringing in these streets, you gotta go. You gotta go, man. You gotta pack up the bags and move. And that's unfortunate and that's sad. How many white people you know gotta say that? How many white people that you know grew up in predominantly white neighborhoods, and then when they reach a certain level of success, they got to move out of that neighborhood? How many white folks have to say that? How many Asians have to say that? Not many of them. Them white folks ain't like, oh man, if we, you know what I'm saying, now my name ringing bells, now I got to move out the neighborhood in which I grew up in. Man, they can stay right in that same neighborhood. Ain't nothing gonna happen to them. We got to say that though. We got to say that we reach a certain level of success. We like, man, I can't go back to the neighborhood that I grew up in. Something might happen to me. I mean, I can go back there, but at my own risk of something happening to me, something tragic happening to me. What other culture has to talk like that? Please go find me a white person that said, oh man, I grew up in this white neighborhood, predominantly white neighborhood, then I reached this level of fame, now I can't go back. Go find me one. I guarantee you can't find one. Guarantee you. Guarantee you. Lindell, man, I feel like I didn't experience hate, but it's like low key hate in regards to opening the gym, man. Because I listen, I pay attention, man. I'm observant, you know. I'm observing. I do the knowledge to things, man. But a lot of people in my area know about me, but I don't work with a lot of folks. A lot of folks ain't to reached out to me. A lot of people, a lot of these trainers and whatnot be clicking up around here, but I don't click up with any of them. A lot of people don't reach out to me, but they be watching what I'm doing, watching what I'm moving, and have implemented some things that I have done. You know, so I be seeing that. So it'd be like low key hatred, man. Again, that confused admiration, but won't give me no credit, won't give me no props. Again, I don't care about the credit and props, but man, if you gonna watch me, you know what I mean, and you gonna click up with other people, man. If you got inspired by something I did, man, just let them know or something. You know, don't be like that. because I'm gonna always let people know my inspiration, man. I never hide that from people. I never hide that. I'm always telling you. I'm always bringing up a book. I'm always referencing a song, an artist, or something like that, man. I'm always giving references in regards to who inspired, who motivated me to do something. I'm always doing that. You know, I'm gonna share the post on Facebook instead of stealing it verbatim, like I came up with it. Like that's what I'm gonna do. You know what I mean, man? I didn't send. Listen, I didn't send some of my clients to other folks, to other trainers, man, to let y'all know some things about my life, man. I didn't refer other people to other trainers. I didn't have some people I trained go to other trainers, go to other trainers. So I didn't send other trainers my clients so that they can get paid so we can all eat. I didn't did stuff like that. You don't hear none of these trainers mention that though. The ones that I've sent people to, I've literally done that. When people are asking me, well, do you know any other trainers on this side of town? Do you know any female trainers, this, that, and the third? I have helped people out in that regards. And ain't nobody said nothing. Ain't nobody said nothing. Again, I ain't doing it for you to say something, but don't act like I ain't doing that though. So again, man, people, you know what I'm saying? Like when you come from that type of cloth that I come from, man, a lot of times, man, you're not gonna get recognition unless you out here bragging and boasting about it. Because people straight be hating, man. People straight be hating on the low. Like I said, man, I've dished out clients to folks. Literally, I done dished out my clients. I told some of my clients to go to other people, other trainers. Like, man, we can all eat. We can all eat, yo. You know what I'm saying? B-Law, peace, what's happening? Mellow Bow, what's the word? Yes, woman, the low-key hatred is the most dangerous. That's how brothers end up killed in their own neighborhood. It be because of the low-key hatred, the subliminal hatred. That's why, again, I don't rock with too many people because it always be somebody you know. You know, so I don't keep a lot of people around me. I don't keep a lot of dudes around me. I don't do that for that reason. I don't care how cool we are. You know what I'm saying? That low-key hatred is the most dangerous. And a lot of times that low-key hatred, it comes out from somebody that has known you for a very long time. I don't rock with that. You know, I keep my head on the swivel. You know, it's gonna be hard for somebody to get one up on me because again, I don't have a circle. I don't have a circle of friends. I don't have a circle of homeboys. I know it's a lot of people that know me. It's a lot of people that know me, and I know a lot of people, but I don't keep them around like that. And that's intentional. That's by design. Yeah, that may sound depressing to some of y'all, but I'm cool with it. That's less stressful for me. That's less people I got to be watching out for. You know what I'm saying? So that's easy life for me. That's easy. That's easy money. Smaller the circle, the less amount of people you got to worry about. Easy math right there, man. Come on, it's easy math. You know what I'm saying? You keeping 15, 20 people around, that's 15, 20 people you got to be keeping an eye on. You keeping 3 or 4 people around, that's 3 or 4 people you keeping an eye on. Simple mathematics, man. I like math, so that's simple math. Why am I keeping 15, 20 people around? I can't keep my eyes on 15 to 20 people. Somebody gonna slip through the cracks on me and get me. That's too many people to try to watch thoroughly. That's too many people to try to examine. I'm gonna take an L. 3 people, man, I can examine these 3 people. I can keep my eye on these 3 people. I can, you know what I'm saying? I can identify what y'all call red flags. I can identify these things. You know what I mean? I can identify these things if I'm watching 3 people opposed to 15 to 20. I don't need 15 to 20 people to validate me, to validate my importance. You know what I'm saying? That's why people keep these large circles, man. Validate their importance. They feel important when they walking around with a large group of people. No, I feel good by myself. I feel good with 1 or 2 people. You know, I can go walk out somewhere by myself and be good. You know what I'm saying? I ain't tripping off none of that. I don't need to be around a large group of folk. Come on, man. That's whack and that's lame, man. But again, like I said, unfortunately, I keep my head on the swivel, especially when I'm amongst my own. It's a sad reality. See, I'm not one of those ones like I'm race first, I'm for my people first, but I'm never letting my guards down. I'm never letting my guards down. We got to understand that. Yeah, I'm for my people, but I know and understand I'm on high alert when I'm around my people. I'm on high alert when I'm around anybody. So I deal in equality with that energy, man. So I'm on high alert everywhere, man. So when I'm amongst my folk, I'm not gonna let my guard down, even though I'm comfortable around my people. Nah, high alert mode. High alert. You know, Boosie Zero got the song Trust Nobody. Hey, for real. You know, it's a very select few that I'm a trust. Very select few. Other than that, no. No. Come on now. We got to start living by codes that we grew up on. We got to go back to the codes that a lot of us was raised on. We have abandoned the codes, man. We didn't abandon those codes. Come on. Sportman, peace, appreciate the donation. We gotta go back to the codes that a lot of us grew up on. Come on, man. Nine eye sage, peace, what's happening? Be law. And there you go. It's real simple. You know what I'm saying? A man must become addicted to gaining knowledge. And I'm exactly, you know what I'm saying? That's one of the main things that I keep trying to hammer across. You know what I'm saying? Gain that knowledge and keep the circle small. You know what I'm saying? And the mind strong for sure. And keep the body healthy. You know what I mean? Like that's it. Keep the body fit and healthy. Like those are simple keys to life, man. But we are ignoring these simple keys to life because we would rather focus on some nonsense that's destructive and counterproductive and wonder why we are stagnant in life because that's where we choose to focus and direct our energy. Like, come on, man, we gotta get that together, man. We gotta snap out of that, man. Come on, it's a lot of work that needs to be put in and done out here, man, for real. Seriously. Jordy, exactly. You know what I'm saying? Large circle is ridiculous, man. A large circle, like, listen, for real, especially if you're dealing with like anxiety and anything, like a large circle is like your enemy. You deal with anxiety if your nerves is bad, like dealing with a large amount of people, like, man, that is bad for you. That's unhealthy. Even if you don't deal with that, that's unhealthy, man. Like, how can you keep your eye on that many people, man? You got 7, 8 best friends, man. Literally, I be hearing people talk like that, man. You got like 6 or 7 best friends. How is that even possible? How is that even possible, man? I don't have time for that. I don't have time for that, man. Especially the older you get, I really don't understand how you have time for that, man. Really don't. I don't understand that, man. I do not understand that. Like I said, I don't need anybody else's validation. I don't need anybody else's stamp of approval. You know? So I'm good. I'm good. I don't need to be hanging around a lot of people, man. For what? For what, man? If it's not something pertaining to business, making those type of moves again, man, I don't really need that type of energy in my life, man. Like I said, we strictly business right here, man. Again, we got to be strictly business as black people, man, because again, we got a lot of building to do. Again, I don't know if y'all have noticed the condition of your people, man, but we got to get serious out here. We got to tighten up. So that's why I say it's strictly business, man. That's why I'm saying it's strictly business because we got a lot of work that's got to be put in and we neglecting it, man. So at some point, somebody has to start taking this thing seriously. And I feel like I'm one of those ones. I'm taking it seriously. So again, if you're not on that vibe, then I'm not gonna rock with you at all. You know what I'm saying? How could you not look at your people and see, oh man, it's a lot of work that needs to be done, man? We nowhere near close. I'm talking nowhere near close at all to where we need to be as a people. Not anywhere near close. Come on, man. Plenty of work that needs to be put in, man. But again, we out here focused on the wrong thing. We hating, we playing too much, we doing all type of goofy nonsense instead of what they call nation building. Instead of doing that, we doing all type of goofy nonsense, going back and forth, talking negatively about each other. Like, man, that's counterproductive to nation building. But yet, at the end of the day, we sum up a video, we sum up a stream, we sum up a status to make it seem like that's what we want at the end of the day. Well, if you want that, put out the energy that's contributing to that atmosphere. You know what I'm saying? So if you want a nation build, if you just want to see your people strive and elevate or strive to be better and elevate and things like that, then put out that energy. Don't create content and 99% of the time you bash and then you try to sum it up by saying, I just really want to see my people do X, Y, and Z. You got to deal in equality, my brother. Like if you're going to spend 50% of your time dealing with the problem, but then the other 50 should go to the solution. Come on, man. Let's go. Boom, crypto peace, what's happening? Jakari peace, what's happening? Where we at though? Oh yeah, beast reincarnated, man. Yeah, we definitely gonna do that, man. We definitely gonna do that. You know, it don't take anything for us to like gravitate towards a silly challenge, man. Like it don't take anything for us to gravitate towards something destructive and just garbage like that. You know, easy. Nine high sage, yeah, for sure, for sure. Most definitely respect. But What you say, B-Law? I have gained knowledge. My own brothers separate. Wait, no. As I have gained knowledge, my own brothers separate them from me. Why do they do that? Oh yeah, y'all. Yeah, see, and it goes back. That goes back to the discipline, man. When somebody see you, when somebody see you instilling that discipline in your life, and they not ready for it at that time, man, the only thing that they can resort to at that point, man, is just hate. Sadly enough, because that's how we wired, man. Again, we condition, we brainwash to hate ourselves like from birth, out the gate. So when you start seeing a brother embrace himself, gain knowledge of himself, and then instill discipline and continue to elevate, they don't know how to respond to that for the most part. They don't know how to respond to that because they not comfortable, they not pleased, they not satisfied with themselves. So when they see you elevating, they like, hold on, you leaving me. So they hate. How you, the audacity of you to leave me, the audacity of you to leave me in this ignorant state, the audacity. That's how they looking at you. Like the audacity of B-Law to go out here and read some books and gain some knowledge and then implement what he has learned, leaving me stuck on stupid. The audacity of him. Instead of them being inspired by and say, you know what, he picking up a book, let me pick up one. He stopped eating pork, let me stop eating it. They looking at it like the audacity. Who does he think he is? Because they not ready to make those changes at that current moment. You know? So that's where that comes from. That's where that comes from. Cash My Peace, what's happening? Shantae, peace, Queen, what's the word? Montel, Ray, peace. Miss Naya, peace, what's happening? What's the word? But yeah, that's where that type of energy, that's where that type of vibe comes from, man. The audacity of B-Law to think he better than me because he read a book or two. Like, come on, man. Ain't nobody claiming to be better than anybody, man. We reading, we gathering information, we gathering knowledge, and we trying to build, man. That's it. Ain't nobody getting on these streams. Ain't nobody read a book and thought instantly they was better than somebody, man. You got a small portion of the population that we would call bloodsuckers of the poor that actually do that. They'll take the information, they use the information to try to brainwash you. You know what I mean? Like that, and that's that. But man, for the most part, if a brother or sister is coming into some knowledge that they didn't know before, like they just eager to share that knowledge. They just eager to build on that knowledge. That's it. They don't think they better than you. They just eager to build because they didn't know something. And now they have found out something. Now they ready to share this information with you. That's it. They don't think they better than you, though. They just didn't know something. They have found something out and they ready to chop it up with somebody. You know, that's it. It's really that simple. Hey, Sportman, for sure, man. Hey, as long as you learn it through that process, that's all we can ask for. You know, that's all we can ask for, man. That's all that we should be doing is learning from these experiences, man. Again, but like I said, sadly enough, man, some of us are so filled with hatred, like it distorts and it blocks a lot, man. Y'all got to understand what that hatred, what that type of energy does to you, mentally and physically. Again, that's creating a level of stress. And you know, we got what they say, man, scientifically, we got two forms of stress, man. You got the eustress, which is the good stress. That's when you channel that stress in the right direction. And you got what we call distress. So we know what that is. That's the bad stress. That's when you don't channel that stress in the proper direction and you let that stress consume you. That's what happens when you let hatred consume you. That's distress. That's the state that you are in. That's unhealthy. That's killing you. So again, why would you want to live in that type of state? Why would you want to live in that type of city, man? Why would you want to live in that type of environment? Come on, man. Self-destruction. That's another form of suicide. You know, come on, man. You killing yourself. You killing yourself by being consumed by hatred, jealousy, envy, all of that. Let it go, man. Let it go. Let it go. But again, it's crazy. You know what I'm saying? We won't hesitate. We won't hesitate to call out a brother. We won't hesitate to call out a sister. But man, once somebody tell you talk about white folks, talk about any of these other ethnic groups, everybody afraid. Everybody they want to hold their tongue, and now you gotta watch what you say. That's when they want to speak that type of language. But when it comes to talking down on another brother or sister, we all for that. We good. But if I tell you to talk about these white folks, oh nah, I ain't gonna do that. I don't want to do that. Now you scared. Come on, man. Come on. Stop playing with me, man. Y'all didn't heard me directly. Y'all didn't seen me get on this joint, talk about white folks, talk about Arabs, talk about, man, I didn't talk about everybody. You know what I'm saying? So can't nobody say I got any ounce of fear in me. I have, and y'all see my face, so I ain't hiding. You know what I mean? So you can't nobody say I'm living by some type of fear code. No, I have talking about everybody, and y'all see my face. I ain't hiding from nobody. Everybody know what I look like. You know what I'm saying? So again, I'm speaking my truth, whatever that truth may be. I ain't shielding my face. I ain't shielding anything. So I ain't afraid to call out anybody. I will call out this system. I will talk about this government and how trash it is. I will make comments and say Joe Biden is just as trash as Trump. You know what I'm saying? I will say things like that because they all puppets at the end of the day. We're not afraid to do that. We're not afraid to do it. But some of you brothers, y'all afraid to do stuff like that, but y'all not afraid to talk down on your own people. That's cowardly. We should be the main one. I'm talking about men. We should be the ones bucking at the system, going hard at the system. We should be the ones doing that, not the women. That's us. We should be the ones fighting this system, calling this system out. But nah, we not doing that. We would rather call out other men, other black men, and talk down on them and debate with them all the time. A bunch of BS that we be debating about too. Cowardly, man. Cowardly. Cowards, man. Cowards, man. That's all I can refer to that as. That's cowardly. If you sitting up here wasting your time talking bad about other brothers and sisters and you ain't dedicating any time to talking about this system, talking about white folks, talking about any other group of people that's treating your people just as bad, then you weak, man. Like you weak. Sharif, man, hey, we got to collect those books though, because hey, we never know. Sometimes I'm buying books, man. I'm just buying them because you never know. You might look up and the book may be banned. It may be unavailable. I got a lot of books like that to where you can't even find them joints. The Secret Relationship Between Blacks and Jews. I'm glad I grabbed it when I did. You know, I eventually read it, but I grabbed that book prematurely. You know what I'm saying? Now it's banned. So you got to pick those books up. Better Future, peace, peace. Appreciate the donation. And they definitely manipulating the information to sway the masses, man. They definitely doing that. 100% right and exact. 100%. I'll be law for sure. I never forget it. Man, when I started reading, when I came into knowledge of self, I was trying to introduce a lot of brothers. Now, some brothers walk right in that joint with me. You know what I'm saying? There's a few brothers to this day that we still keep in contact. You know what I'm saying? But man, for the most part, the people that I actually was rocking with since I was little, and you know that I've been knowing for years, like nah, that didn't work with them at all. But I kind of knew that. I kind of knew that was gonna be the result. You know what I'm saying? Boom, that's all. And boom, crypto, that's all you can do. Be the example. What they say, be the change you want to see. You know, and at the end of the day, like I said, I stop associating with a certain type of mindset. So again, when I lead by example, you know, by default, a lot of those brothers that's on the wrong type of vibe that I'm not trying to mix with or mesh with, like they eliminate themselves, and that makes my life easier. So I ain't gotta have a conversation with you. You having a conversation with yourself just by analyzing how I'm moving. Like, yeah, this brother moving this way. I'm gonna go and distance myself. Man, for real, like when I started to just watch how I was eating, and when I just started to pay more attention to my health, man, you know what I'm saying? The brothers that was like, man, they gonna remain on that toxic vibe. Like we just naturally distance ourselves from one another. I couldn't hang around that environment. Like you don't care about what you put in your body, and I do. Like I can't be around that, man. I can't be around it. So we just naturally started to go our separate ways, man. It was just natural. Like that's just how it's gonna work, man. Like I care about I care about this, and you don't. We don't have much to talk about. We don't have much to talk about. B Law, what you say? You say, how do we rebuild our leaders? It ain't even no leaders to rebuild. We just gotta focus on like individually. We just gotta focus on being better leaders. You know what I'm saying? We just individually. It all starts with the individual. In the individual, everything goes back to self. B Law. So again, you just gotta make sure you doing what's right and exact. You gotta make sure you are again being the change that you want to see. So it starts with you. It starts with me on an individual level. And the more of us that bear witness to that reality, and the more of us that live according to that reality and that truth, then there we go. That's how it starts, though. More of us got to start putting these things into motion and broadcasting it. You know, that's how it starts. That's where we can start, just individually looking in the mirror, analyzing your strengths, weaknesses. You know, Analyzing yourself, man. Analyzing your flaws, all of these type of things, seeing what needs to be worked on, and then working on it, broadcasting it, putting it into motion. Then people are able to see it, like, oh, okay, cool. B-Law out here making changes. All you got to do is impact one person, one other brother, and we good. That's progress. That one brother that you impacted wasn't impacted the day before, so we got one more brother that's awakened. We got one more brother that's out here moving, right and exact. Like, that's all we need is one brother. All you need to do is influence one brother, because that one brother, guess what? He probably going to influence another brother. That's all we need, one. So again, we just need to focus on being better leaders ourselves individually. That's it. That's it. Okay, cool. Peace. What's happening? Cash my, what you say? What advice can you give on consistency? Cash Mob, the best advice that I can give on consistency, the first piece of advice is don't beat yourself over the head when you have to break it. Like, if, just say working out or something like that, if you're working on consistency in regards to like exercising, and you got it in your mind, you done programmed it to where it's like, I'm gonna work out Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday. Well, then it's Thursday, something that came up, and now you can't work out on Thursday. Don't beat yourself over the head. Just adapt and adjust. So that's one of my biggest keys, man. Just adapt and adjust, man. If you had a plan to do something today, on Monday, and you're not able to do it, just do it Tuesday. Adapt and adjust, man. Don't be so hard on yourself. Because if you like, oh man, I was supposed to work out on Monday or today, and I ain't do it. Man, that's messed up, man. My whole plan out the window. Like, no, it's not. Just work out Tuesday. And then the day where you were not supposed to work out, now you just work out that day. You got to be able to adapt and adjust. That's the big thing with consistency. Being able to adapt and adjust, man. Knowing that it's not the end of the world if you have to switch up your plan. You know, it's not the end of the world. Just adapt and adjust. All right, boom, I can't work out Monday, I'm gonna work out Tuesday. Something came up Thursday, I'm gonna push it, I'm gonna work out Saturday. You know what I mean? Like, it's just that simple, being able to adapt and adjust. Because again, sometimes we be too hard on ourselves when it comes to like consistency, man. We just too hard on ourselves, man. Again, you supposed to do something, you weren't able to do it. Don't cry about it, man. Just do it tomorrow. Do it the next day. It's a new day. So being able to adapt and adjust, that's like my big key with consistency. I have done that several times with exercising, man. My routine didn't change, and I'm like, ooh, I was supposed to do Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Something happened Monday, so now let me work out Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday. You know, so again, just adapt and adjust. It's not the end of the world if things don't go according to plan. If you got to switch it up a little bit, it's not the end of the world. When you embrace that principle, man, everything will run smooth for you. Everything will run smooth. And then another thing with consistency too is just do it, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of times too, we be overly focused on the thought process, the programming process. Like, dude, just do it. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't keep talking about working out. Just do it. Just wake up, do it. You know what I'm saying? So that's another thing. Just do it. Whatever it is you have to do, just do it. Do it. You know, that's the big key. A lot of times we just get stuck on the thought process, man, the programming process. Like, yeah, I'm gonna start working out, and this is how I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna work out an hour each day, and I'm gonna eat like this. And we be so focused on that part that we don't do absolutely anything. So again, just start doing the things, man. Do it. It ain't gonna be perfect. You'll figure it out, but just do it. You got to put something into motion. You know. Sportman for sure. Definitely gonna attract like-minded people. Boom crypto. Yeah, exactly. You know, but again, like I said, when you kind of transitioning, you used to roll with a bunch of people from way back in the day. So sometimes breaking those bonds get a little rough at first initially, you know. And a lot of times those bonds may be family members as well. So you gotta be mindful of that. You gotta be prepared to let go of certain relationships. And a lot of people don't be prepared for that, man. Because again, like I said, when a person is transitioning and doing better for themselves, they don't have any harmful intentions. They just sharing things with people that, you know, like that. I came across a certain way to eat that I feel like would be helpful to everybody. So we just trying to share that energy. So we not thinking that trying to cause harm to anybody, but yet people interpret it that way. So a lot of times, man, that person that's coming into that type of lifestyle, making a transition, man, they don't mean no harm. They just trying to share things with people that they thought they were cool with. So that'd be a little hurtful at first, like that. I'm just trying to introduce a new way of eating to this person, and this person got all type of health conditions, and I know this will help them. Like, I ain't mean no harm. But again, we can't control other people's interpretation. We can't control it. So you got to be prepared for that. When you making certain transitions, man, you're gonna have to disconnect. You're gonna have to disconnect from some people that you didn't think you would have to disconnect from. It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. Those close bonds, nope. You're gonna have to disconnect for the most part. I'm talking about your strongest bond is gonna get tested when you start making that transition, and that person is not making the transition. It's gonna get tested. Boom, crypto. That's it. That's all we can control. All we can control is how we perceive something. That's it. That is it. We can't control how somebody else perceives it. That's literally it, you know. But again, in theory, we know and understand that. But then in practice, we don't do that. In practice, we start getting our feelings by how somebody else responded to something. So in theory, we can all say that to ourselves and we can feel like we understand it. But then in practice, when it's time to put that into motion, soon as somebody rejects, you know what I'm saying, our transition, like we get in our feelings. But in theory, we double back and we realize like that, I can't even control that. But like in practice, when you get that initial rejection, it's like, dang, man, what that's messed up. Because again, you knew your intentions going into it. Like, I ain't how you interpret it like that, man. I ain't trying to mean no harm. I'm trying to help you. Can't force that help on people though. Can't force it. Like at the end of the day, these grown men who I'm talking about that specialize in hating, at the end of the day, they gonna continue to do exactly what it is that I'm telling them not to do, which is hate. Matter of fact, they gonna hate even more now that I'm talking about it. Now that I'm telling them not to do it. Now that I'm saying grown men shouldn't do it. The grown men gonna hate more now that I'm talking about. The ones who fit the description. Hey, Avid, I got a good book right here. The Leader's Greatest Return. This is a good book right here on leadership. This is a great book right here. I'll just start here. The Leader's Greatest Return. I got a few other books, but John Maxwell, man, if you're not familiar with him, he got a lot of good books on leadership. I got a few of them. It's like 5 Levels of Leadership. I believe that's another book that he wrote. That's also a good one. Matter of fact, I'm gonna give you the exact joint. But I believe it's called 5 Levels of Leadership. But that book that I just put up to the screen, The Leader's Greatest Return, 5 Levels of Leadership by John Maxwell, and then boom, The Leader's Greatest Return. It's crazy, man. Y'all be asking me about books, and I be having these books right by me at the time y'all be asking. So like right on time. But here go The Leader's Greatest Return, and then 5 Levels of Leadership. Those are 2 good books on leadership. Dean, peace, what's happening? Boom, crypto. And then that's also a key to consistency, repetition. So we just got to keep doing things. You got to keep saying things. You got to keep doing things. You got to keep speaking things, repetition. You know, we want to make it a habit. The only way to make something a habit is to continuously do it. That's the only way to make something a habit. You got to keep doing it. You got to do it continuously, man. So again, repetition, repetition, repetition. You want to change your thought process. You got to repeatedly think a certain type of thought. You know what I'm saying? Like you got to do that. You got to do that. You want to master an exercise. You got to continue to do the reps. You got to continue to do the exercise. You got to do that exercise over and over and over until you get it right. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what Bruce Lee talked about in regards to martial arts. You got to keep doing that kick over and over again till it's second nature. Second nature. Like my mom's, like I was training my mom, Dukes and Sisters, and they was just like, man, how you able to do some of these moves so effortlessly? I'm like, I've been doing it for so long. Like I don't have to think about how to do a squat. I just been doing it for so long. I don't have to think about doing a deadlift. I just know how to do it. I don't have to think about doing a push-up. It's natural. It's normal. It's second nature to me. So again, somebody tell me to squat, I don't have to think about the form. I've been doing it for so long. I put my reps in. So again, if you got to master an exercise, man, get that form right and then do a rep after rep after rep after rep, to the point where when you hear squat, you just naturally know how to do it correctly. Boom. You ain't even got to think about it. You ain't got to think about it. And that's exercising is a good example of that. First, you learn the form because you don't know how to do it. You learn the form. So when you get the form, when you learn the form, now you're about to spend a lot of reps thinking about how to do it. You're going to think about it. You're going to overthink for the most part. When I tell you how to do a squat, I'm going to make it sound simple, which it really is simple. But then now you finna practice it, you finna overthink this process. I'm telling you, throw the hips back, sit back, don't let the knees go past the toes. That's simple, but the first thing you gonna do, let your knees go past your toes. You know what I mean? But then we gonna think about it. We just gonna keep doing it. Slow and steady, slow and steady. Then you finally got the form down. Now you just keep doing it the correct way. And then next thing you know it, now when I tell you to squat, boom, you just do it without thinking. So that's the process, man. You learn how to do something, and then you keep doing it the correct way. You keep doing it, you keep doing it, you keep doing it, and then boom, now it's second day, it's effortless. It's like breathing at that point. That is how you master something, man. That is how you master it for real. Like that's honestly how you do it. Repetition, man. When they say repetition is king, they weren't lying to you. Like repetition is king, man. Repetition is king. That's how every move. That's how I've mastered every exercise. Dean for sure. Cause Bruce Lee is my guy. I got like all Bruce Lee books around me. But yeah, man. Hey, that's the key to life, man. Repetition. Oh, boom for sure, 100%. You know, and we gonna keep the ball rolling with the content, cause like it's a lot of things that need to be addressed. You know, and we calling out, like I said, we calling out bad behavior everywhere. I don't care where the bad behavior is coming from. Like I said, I don't care if it's coming from black folk, white folk, the government, Asian folk, Arab folk, grocery stores, car salesmen. I don't care who it's coming from. The bad behavior. I don't care who the bad behavior is coming from. We correcting it, man. We correcting it, man. We have allowed a lot of nonsense to float around on this web, on this internet for too long. We gotta neutralize it, man. We gotta neutralize. We gotta start neutralizing this garbage energy that's out here. Cause you would be a fool to act like it ain't like collectively all garbage energy out here, man. Predominantly, I should say. Lorenzo, peace. What's happening? Yeah, boom, crypto. Basically, trial and error is just repetition, putting in the reps, putting in the reps. Like I tell people all the time when I'm instructing them on exercises, like man, you're not gonna do it right the first time you do it. You're not gonna do it right the second time you do it, but you just gotta keep doing it. You know, so like, and that's why I say people overthink it. When I teach somebody how to do a squat, they overthink it because they trying to do it perfect the first time. I tell them you're not gonna do it perfect the first time. When I first was squatting, I didn't squat perfectly the first time, but I started doing it. I started watching myself do it, and I started to correct the errors when I was watching myself. I'm like, oh, okay, boom. Like, nah, I ain't sit my hips back far enough. Okay, boom, like my knees past my toe, but it's like I would have never did that or learned that if I didn't just do it incorrectly. So again, I tell people all the time, like, man, yeah, your form ain't gonna be perfect. The first 10 times you do it, it ain't gonna be perfect. So stop expecting that perfection when you just learning an exercise, man. And that's just life. You can apply that to life, man. You're not gonna get it right the first time. You're not gonna get it right the second time. You're not gonna get it right the third time. You might not get it right to the 100th time. But that's cool though, because you eventually got it right. So then when you get it right the 100th time, now every time you do it after that, boom, you got it. Just keep putting in the reps. Keep putting in the reps. Dog Dean, exact. Oh yeah, for sure. You know, yeah. Kareem definitely, definitely mastered that joint. Unstoppable, you know, and taught it the magic. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, for sure. But we gotta apply, man. We gotta apply repetition is king to like we gotta apply that to life, man. A lot of people, again, like I said, in theory, we know about it. In theory, we have said this to ourselves, but in practice, we don't put that into motion enough, man. We don't put it into motion. Just do it. Do it, do it, do it. It's not, man, it's probably gonna be ugly the first time you do it. If you ain't never did a power clean, first time you do it, it's gonna be garbage. It's gonna be garbage, it's gonna feel garbage. But you gotta do it though. You ain't gonna know it's garbage until you do it. So do it incorrectly. Don't be mad at yourself. Like, all right, man, that's just rep number one. Rep number two gonna be better than rep number one. Rep number three gonna be better than rep number two. Again, life. Apply it to life. Apply it to life. That's how it works. That's how it works, man. You're not gonna master something the first time, man, after you done learned about it. Like that ain't how that thing works, man. That ain't how life works. That ain't how life operates. That would be nice. Some people may pick up on something like that, but for the most part, that's not how we operate out here, man. Takes time. Put in your hours, man. Put in your hours. B-Law, what you say? Do you have a book that can help you improve organization? One, Atomic Habits. Atomic Habits is a good book. I got another book too. Atomic Habits is good. And they going hard over here with the construction. But yeah, Atomic Habits is a good one. And let me see, a 12-week year. So Atomic Habits and the 12-week year. Those are two good books in regards to organization. So now they want to go hard with the construction. This is what they are. But yeah. Oh yeah, Big Smooth. Yeah. You say the first time you tried to do 200 push-ups, you made it to 160. And a lot of times that would have defeated somebody. It was like, all right, man, I need to do 200 push-ups. I'm gonna do 200 push-ups today. I only made it 160. Abort mission. I ain't never doing push-ups again. Nah, like, all right, I did 160. All right, we're gonna work all the way up to that 200. I'm gonna do 160 again the next day. I might do 165 the day after that. Then I might do 166 the day after that. You know? So a lot of people get defeated when they set that type of goal. And then they don't reach it. Like I done had plenty of people. I'm gonna do 100 burpees a day, and then they get to 90. And then they be beating themselves up. I'm like, man, you did 90 burpees. There's people that don't do any burpees any day. So again, be happy with the 90 you did. You know what I'm saying? Tomorrow is a new day. Do the 100 that day. So people be tripping, man. Like I said, if you set a number for yourself and you don't accomplish it, man, just keep it pushing until you do it. Till you do it. It ain't nothing to it. It ain't nothing to it. It ain't nothing to it at all, man. It ain't the end of the world, man. You did 160 and was supposed to do 200. Oh well. Next day. Next day. You know what I'm saying? We ain't gonna let anything like that get us down. So it is what it is, man. We're gonna keep it pushing. We bounce back again. Being swift and changeable, you know. Yeah, swearing for sure, man. Put the work in 100%. And that's what we need to be focused on. Exercising the body and mind. That's more of a focus, man. A lot of grown men out here out of shape, man. We not fit. You know, we not taking care of our health. I don't care that you go into the gym and you bench press. That don't mean you in shape. You know what I'm saying? That don't mean you in shape at all. You going into the gym and all you working is your arms and chest. Like that don't mean you in shape. You could be the unhealthiest person in that gym. You know what I'm saying? Like if you're not dealing any quality with the body, man, you are out of shape. I don't care how your chest look. I don't care how your arms look. You know what I'm saying? If you're not working your legs, if you're not working the heart, then you are out of shape. You are out of shape. You know what I'm saying? And this speaks to a lot of brothers, man. We're not working out properly. We're not eating properly. You know what I'm saying? So we gotta change that, man. We gotta change that. I talk about our lifespan all the time. We have a shorter lifespan than most folks. So we got to do something to increase that. We got to do something to increase that, man. We got to do a lot, man. How many a lot of grown men don't like to do burpees on a regular basis, on a consistent basis. A lot of grown men don't like to do body weight exercises. Man, I know plenty of them. I know plenty of men like you want to go in there and bench press, but you don't want to do a routine that consists of burpees, push-ups, close grip push-ups. You know what I'm saying? All type of sit-ups, all type of crunches, leg lifts, jumping jacks, all that type of stuff. You don't want to do nothing like that. You don't want to do nothing like that. You want to go bench press. That's what you want to do. Big Smooth. I will also throw jumping rope in that, but then also toning, like I said, with the weights, the way you go about programming it, also a beautiful way to tone. And boxing, just working out like a boxer, definitely, man. But a lot of jump rope, man. Jumping rope, man. Listen, they say what 3 minutes of jumping rope is like the equivalent of like 30 minutes on a treadmill. So again, 3 minutes on a rope, boom, you done knocked out 30 minutes on a treadmill. So it's little simple stuff like that. B-Law, 100. Listen, B-Law. Let me go. I'll put that on the screen. Put that on the screen 100%. Somebody, I ain't gonna say B-Law the first one to understand it, but this is all I've ever been saying. Literally, this sums up what I've been saying in regards to the relationship between black men and black women. If we change and progress, the women will follow us. That's literally that sums up everything I've ever said. That's why I'm overly focused on the brothers. Again, when we do right, they gonna do right. Point. I'm just trying to tell y'all what it is, man. Instead of arguing with me, just start doing right and see what happens. But when I say something like that, a brother wants to argue with me. No, instead of arguing with me, do right and see what happens. See how that drastically improves your life and your relationships with black women. Just start doing right. Just start doing right. Don't argue with me. Just start doing right and see how far that gets you. See how far it gets you. See how far they get. I'm telling you. Just start doing right. You know, it's real simple. Yep. And then just to give y'all a little bit of, the facts. Now, again, I got it from a book, but I'm going to let y'all, what I'm saying? We're going to pull it up, though. Jumping rope. Listen, jumping rope is the equivalent of doing a 5. No, wait a minute. Hold on. No, where we at? Okay. Yeah, they say it's equivalent to the 30-minute run. But yeah, there you go. And y'all can look that up, though. But yeah, jumping rope is the equivalent of doing a 5.7-minute mile. 5.7-minute mile if you jump that mug for 10 minutes. So break that joint up. Do 10 minutes. You know what I'm saying? Do 10 minutes. Do 5 sets of 2. You know? Oh yeah, Shantae, for sure, man. Hey, jump rope every day. That's the new challenge. Jump rope every day. Boom. Jump rope every day. Get some jump rope in every day. But yeah, B-Law, that sums it up, man. When you start doing what's right, man, at the end of the day, boom, that's what's gonna happen, man. Just do what's right. But like I said, a lot of dudes that start arguing, they're gonna start arguing about that. But that lets me know something. When you argue with that energy, then that let me know you're not doing what's right out here. That's letting me know that you're not doing what's right and exact when you argue with that type of statement. Like, oh, okay, yeah, you're not doing what's right out here. Because again, when you doing what's right, man, like I said, people gonna follow suit. People gonna follow suit, man. And it ain't gotta be forced. You know, the brothers that you gotta watch are the brothers that's trying to force a woman to follow them. You know what I'm saying? That when you trying to force that, something's wrong with that particular brother. You ain't doing what's right. So therefore now you gotta force somebody to follow. You gotta force your kids to listen to you because you're not doing what's right. They keep questioning you because they paying attention to your ways and actions. So now you gotta force them to listen to you. Nah, when you do what's right and exact, when you be the change you want to see, when you live according to your reality and your truth, you ain't gotta force anybody to do anything. You ain't gotta force anybody to do anything. They'll be like, oh, okay, I see what he's doing. Boom. I'm inspired. Let me go ahead and do that too. Big Smooth for sure. Hey, you know what I'm saying? 10 minutes to jump rope a day. That's feasible. That's 10 minutes. You know what I'm saying? That's 10 minutes. 10 minutes. 10 minutes of jump rope a day, man. Everybody got 10 minutes to spare. Y'all got 10 minutes. Don't act like y'all ain't got 10 minutes now. Don't act like y'all ain't got 10 minutes. You know? So again, like I said, man, you analyze some of these brothers, man. Again, if you trying to force that woman to follow you, again, something is wrong with you. Something is wrong with that brother. He's not living according to whatever it is that he out here dishing out. So now he got to force everybody to listen. Be cautious for that. Be cautious. Cash my what you say, go into that more. If you do right, people will follow you. 100%. And now let me add the flip side of that. Because again, it goes back into when you making certain changes in your life and then people eliminating themselves. So again, when you do right, those who are ready will follow you. Now, those people who just choose to remain ignorant, they gonna disconnect from you. So again, like that's the way that goes. Like when you doing right, like a person that's like, I don't even want to say ready, man, but a person that's like open, A person that's open, a person that's ready or open, they're gonna follow you. They're gonna follow suit. A person that respects you, whatever the case may be, they're gonna follow suit. They're gonna be like, all right, man, I see how Cash Mob moving, man. I respect that. You know what I'm saying? I'm inspired. So you talking to a sister, man, and that sister respects you, and she watching you, and you didn't change the way that you eating, and it's like she see how that's impacting you in a positive light, and you're like, oh, okay, cool. Let me try to do that. Now, if you were the ignorant sister, a sister that don't care anything about doing something that about doing anything that's right and exact and making any changes in your life, then she gonna start to disconnect. She gonna try to cause trouble amongst the righteous, is what we call it. So she gonna try to cause trouble. So then that's when you got your cue right there to leave. Like, all right, okay, cool. I'm starting to make changes in my life for the better, and she trying to start fights. Time to go. That's the disconnect. That's the sign that you need. That's your cue to go. But then when you with that sister, and it's like she looking at what you're doing, she's like, oh, I see that you stop eating this. I want to try. Then there you go. So again, man, when you start doing what's right, the people that's embracing doing what's wrong, they gonna go the other way. They ain't rocking with you. They ain't rocking with you. But for the most part, they're gonna be like, oh, okay, I'm intrigued. Let me try. Let me see that. Let me see if this is for me. Now, like, and also too, when you gotta pay attention to this too as a man. Sometimes it just don't work out. So even when you got a sister that's open, right, and she start implementing these things and it just ain't working out with her, like you gotta know when to let that go. Just for the like for her own sanity. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, this just ain't something for you to be doing. Like, it's not, you know what I'm saying? Like, this ain't working. So I think it'd be best for us to, you know what I'm saying, disconnect, separate, whatever the case may be. So you got to be mindful of that too. Not everything is for everybody. So if you come across a situation where somebody was influenced by you and they implementing something that you did based off being inspired by you, and you realize that it's not working for them, man, please let them know. Please let them know, like, yeah, this ain't a good fit, man. That ain't a good fit for you. Just let them know. Antonio, my brother, peace. What's happening? Cash Mob, you say I do have a discipline issue with my son. What's the issue exactly? If you do not mind me asking. Oh yeah, K, for sure, 100%. You know, and again, like when you get to that certain state, man, you can't even worry about that. You know, so I reached that point once I started to like transition into that different realm of thinking. It was like, man, I don't care about what somebody think, man. I don't care about what such and such gonna think about me not eating this pork, not eating this meat. Like, I don't care. Like, I stopped caring. Like, either you was gonna accept it or you wasn't. You know what I'm saying? Either you was gonna be intrigued by it or you was gonna disrespect it. And if you disrespected it, then I knew how to treat you after that. Like, I ain't dealing with you. All right, you disrespecting some choices that I done made for the betterment of myself. All right, boom. I ain't talking to you any longer. But yeah, I stopped worrying about that, man. I stopped worrying about how somebody would feel about the way that I'm living. Like, I don't care if they consider me reading nerdy or something like that. Like, nah, I'm about to read. I'm about to have this book bag, and this book bag gonna have several books in it because I'm reading these books. Like, that's what I do. If you think that's nerdy, then again, cool. Talk to somebody else. Akuma, what's happening? Dean, for sure. We don't do that type of back and forth. We don't do that type of back and forth at all. Yeah, we don't do that type of back and forth at all. Cash Mob, you say cleaning and time management. Oh yeah, see, time management. I'm gonna say, especially as a youngin, I'm gonna say like sports helped me with time management for real. Yeah, like playing sports early in the game for me, that helped me a lot with time management. That helped me a lot. Yeah, like just but time management, man, the best piece of advice, man. I forgot the book. I got this book somewhere around me. It's a business book that tells you one way to conquer that is to like work in blocks. You know, And it's, I forgot the name of this actual like tactic, but you work in blocks. That's something that helps with time management. Working in blocks. So, sit your son down and, you know, 30 minutes, eliminate all distractions. Like if he got, some homework or some work to do, 30 minutes at a time, like with no distraction, nothing. You can't watch TV, can't listen to nothing, can't look at the phone, nothing. You got to sit down and focus on his work for 30 minutes. Then when that 30 minutes is up, now you move around for 15 minutes. You check the phone, watch TV, listen to something, play the game 15 minutes. Then boom, go back into that block for another 30 minutes. And you do that like on and off for like 2 or 3 hours. Like that's something that helps with time management, working in those blocks. That'll help you like master time for real. Because you realize how much you can get done in 30 minutes when you have no distractions. So that's a good way. That's a good way to like master time management. Now you can set the block for whatever time you want. Some people do 15-minute blocks, 30-minute blocks, 45-minute blocks, hour blocks. I do like 15 to 30. Because right at that time, depending on what I'm doing, about 15, 30 minutes, right at that time, that's when I started to be like, all right, I got to get up and move. I got to get active real quick. Let me get up and walk or something, stand up, something. But working in blocks, that's big for time management. Big for time management. Work in blocks. That 30 minutes, you can't, like whatever it is, whatever the assignment is, it's just you and that assignment for 30 minutes. It's just you and the assignment, nothing else, no distractions. But yeah, those blocks, man, work. Hey, that helps with time management for sure. Big time. Big time. You'll start to really just master time and value time a lot more when you working in those blocks or within those blocks. So I definitely recommend that. I definitely recommend that for the young boy, man. Definitely. But yeah, football helped me. I would say it helped me in high school, but I didn't really start like college is not really like time management. Like I despise the student loan debt, but college really helped with time management in the sense of I was able to start like setting my own schedule and things like that. So like I was more responsible for my time at that point. Like I was like, all right, I don't want to have no classes on Friday, so I'm gonna set my schedule like this, that, and the third. So like college is when I really started to, and I played ball in college, and they was a little more strict on the time than high school, at least my high school. So like that is when I really started to be like, all right, cool. Like let me start taking my time seriously. But yeah, working out in those blocks, man, that's right. That's right and exact. That's definitely right and exact, man. Like that just helps you just master and control like that type of environment, that situation better, man. Instead of just losing yourself, because sometimes too you can get lost in what you're doing. You know, even with like reading, man, you can get lost, man. You stand up after 30 minutes, man. You don't want to just be sitting for that long. Like now it's time to get up and move, get some blood flowing. Like that's just good in general. That's just healthy in general. You don't want to be sitting down for that long, man. You got to get up eventually, make a move, get the blood flowing. The good kid, peace. What's happening? But yeah, y'all, man, with that being said, man, I'm gonna tap out for the day, man. This construction getting ridiculous over here, man. I'm just hearing conversations. It's hard for me to focus. I'm hearing what they talking about, all that type of stuff, man. But I appreciate y'all tapping in with the kid, man. I appreciate the donations, the comments, all the love, man. It's always peace. I'm gonna definitely try to tap in again with y'all tomorrow. But now I gotta finish off this book. You know what I'm saying? Believe and Achieve. I'm just about done, like 30 pages left in it. Definitely recommend this book. If you have not gotten this book yet, get this book. This book is right and exact, man. It's a pretty good book, man. It's inspirational, motivational, and it's gonna inspire you to move and just implement things, man. It's gonna better your life. So again, this is the book. Definitely get this book, man, so I can get on to my next joint. But I appreciate y'all. I'm gonna tap in with y'all tomorrow. Y'all be easy out here. Peace.